gonna be a riot. Doubt me, it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. All that and more coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Taking it about the 1. This is Tony Pollard, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Jet sweep to start the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Dances by him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rutledge got an open man, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's Washington down. Excellent field position to start things out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Come on.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that? I'd say right down.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gets around him. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, here's Gibson again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Basham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. Zambrano got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Zambrano. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rutledge. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Rutledge. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yards can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 3rd down, Rutledge. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every offense tells you they're going to come out and stop fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Zambrano got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On second down, a run with Gibson. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Operating from the gun, Zambrano. This is caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. We just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Rutledge to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. The gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that one was going pretty well because they were trying to loop the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping to catch him, trying to pick out the first down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Zambrano. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they start the tight end on the left side of the formation and send him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A give up the middle to Gibson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 30. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Zambrano, and Thomas has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Right there, baby. Watch it.
Operating from the gun. Zambrano throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl game.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Slide for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. we slide out. A kickoff after the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Off-play action. Rutledge. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. Second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's how they're going to have to slide the ground.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the ball patches at that 3. He's trying to work his way through all that traffic. done.
Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Garabay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing to start the drive. Zambrano. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Zambrano. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Zambrano to the right side and complete to Thomas. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Stay on point, fellas.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Rutledge. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Rutledge. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wade. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they, too, didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Washington. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rutledge. That's Gallup on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Rutledge. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And they're going to get this out to midfield. They might go to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him. And not go back to him. He has something going really well. Great working relationship with that ball in the game, and they keep making the connection.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Rutledge. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
To throw on 2nd down. Rutledge. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. It's a wind-up incomplete.
You got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that nearly their their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down in the field. And they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And we'll be back in a moment. From the gun on third down, Rutledge. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is down to 28-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 33 yards that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to throw on second down. Zambrano looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw on second down, Rutledge. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Rutledge. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 38 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down, Rutledge. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Rutledge. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 32.
I thought that was a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, they're expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Rutledge. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Rutledge. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Wade. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay great.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a give to Gibson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 79 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go again with Gibson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Zambrano completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A handoff for Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.